We're back in Bonnie, Scotland, boss, after a long and productive overseas tour. What do you feel we gained overall, though, from the experience?
I think what we went for is what we gained fitness-wise. We got some good games, plenty of work into the players' legs. So that's what pre-season is about: is making sure we get work done, but also getting a little bit of work in relation to how we're going to play, what sort of shape we're going to play. So I think in general, what we set out to do, we've achieved. So we're pleased with it.
Throughout pre-season, you've persisted with the 4-2-3-1 formation. Do you feel that is the way forward for the team heading into the SBL campaign?
Well, I think we will change it. It's not set in stone. That's the way we're going to play, to be honest with you. And obviously looking to add to the squad as well, and the type of player we're looking to add to it is that we can be able to change it. And we're not going to play that way every week, that's for certain. We'll chop and change, but we see fit in relation to who we're playing, where we're playing the opposition, and obviously from scouting teams to see what way we can get at teams. So it'll change over the course of the season. Do
you feel that one of the chief priorities for yourself over the course of the summer transfer window was to address the perhaps defensive deficiencies that we'd had last year in terms of making us more difficult to break down?
I think any football team has to be hard to beat, and you've got to build a team from the back, and that's what we're trying to do. It's difficult when we came in during the year to, in a window where we don't have any funds to buy players. You're relying on getting players in on loan. So, but we've got to build a team, and we've got to build it. You have to have a starting block, and I think what we've done, we've started to build it from the right areas. There's other areas we know we need to strengthen. It's what we can do at the moment in relation to finances, how we'll strengthen the team. But it's a period of time. It's not a quick fix, and we need to start to make sure the foundations are right and good. And if they're strong, well, then you've got a chance to build it.
We've spoken about the defence. What about the attack? Because obviously you're playing with one striker. How's that all going to pan out? And how important are those midfield, that attacking midfield three?
I don't think we're playing with one striker. I think when you look at what we got in the team the other night, we got Owen Doyle in the team. Ivan Sproul, David Huddersfield, Lee Griffiths. If people think we're playing defensively, well, then that's fine. But like I said, we need to. The players that we're looking to bring in to be able to play in that system and to integrate into different systems. So it's a work in progress. I think what we seen away from home on the tour was that we've improved in relation to retention of the ball and defensively, but we've got to add to that. We know that, and we've got to be able to come here and win football matches.
You mentioned David Wotherspoon's name there, and I think it would be fair to say that his confidence has taken a wee bit of a battering over the last kind of 18 months because of the fortunes of the team and because he's been thrust into the spotlight as a first team regular. It looks though as if his confidence is coming back to its best. Do you feel that we could see a different David Wotherspoon this season?
Well, I think what we're hoping with David is, when I said after the cup final, I probably made a mistake in not including him in the squad. I think what we're hoping with him is we seen sort of a renaissance with Louis when we put him into the team last year, and we're hoping that is the same with David, and he's got to get confidence as a player. The supporters have to bear with him. He is a young player, and I think you're right that because he's in the team so early, so young, that there's an expectancy from him, and there's going to be days where it's not going to work for him. But we've tried to give him little tips and little ideas when them days happen, that he just gets on with it and plays his part in the team performance. He's got a lot to offer to the team in that position we've been playing him in, plus he can play in a couple of other positions. So I think it's just a matter of building him up, and he's had a fantastic pre-season. It's now taking that into when there is pressure coming on, but that's what playing with this club is about. You've got to be able to deal with that and handle that.
You mentioned obviously one young David. Another one that impressed me was David Stevens at the back. He's obviously been presented with an opportunity, and it looks as if because he's surrounded by quite strong leaders like McPake and Tim Clancy and Ben Williams, that the perhaps customary lapses in concentration, which have perhaps blighted his progress, could be eradicated. Do you feel that we could see a different David Stevens as well?
Again, a young player that has plenty of potential, plenty of ability, needs confidence and needs to be built up, and he's done that himself by performing really well on the tour and giving himself an opportunity to get into the team. The rest is in his hands now. He's got to perform at them levels. But like I said, he is a young boy, needs help and needs guidance from us, and that's what we'll try to do with him. But potentially, if you look at him as a centre half, he's a big lump of a boy, and he can shift as well. He can head a ball, he can pass it. There is other aspects of his game that we need to work on, and we're continuously doing that. And in fairness to him, he's working hard on that, and he's bought into that himself. And I think the players that we brought into the club, and that's what I said at the start, that the type of player and character that we bring into the dressing room is on them basis that they come in as good pros, but they're also out to help the likes of David Wotherspoon and David Stevens, the younger players that have real ability and need to be nurtured in the right direction.
Just one observation, especially when you go to places like East Fife or to some of the overseas grounds that we went to where there isn't necessarily a noisy crowd around there, you can hear the players